Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having a good day whatever you're doing, or whether you're just chilling. My name's LJ. If you're new here, hi. Please hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Today I'm doing full face drugstore, as you can tell by the title. Some of it is new, some of it is testing. And yeah, I wasn't disappointed, which you can pretty much guarantee from the drugstore nowadays. Drugstore makeup has come a long way, especially in the last 5 to 10 years. It's come a long way. From when I left school, wearing my Maybelline Dream Mousse foundation, looking cakey as hell, to looking like this. The drugstore has come a long way. So I'm sharing some of my favourites products, as well, like I said, as some new products. We have a couple of little hiccups along the way, so please do excuse those. But I hope you like this video. Like I said, if you do, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what your favourite drugstore products are down in the comments. If you think there's something that I should try, let me know, and I will probably do that, because I have a hell of a lot of makeup. I've got a little problem. But yeah, so keep watching and I will show you everything that is on my face. Okay, so I've prepped all of my skin, got all of my products ready, so let's put them on my face. Some of these products are new. Some are just different shades of ones that you've probably seen me use before. But I've got my box here. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it. A lot of the products that I'm going to use today I got in my Superdrug haul. So yeah, let's try it out. First thing I'm going to go in with is the Revolution Conceal and Define in F3.5, so I bought a different shade in this, and I will admit I did use it yesterday and still love this foundation, still love it. And the thing that I love most, I know it sounds really silly, I don't have to get my fingers dirty because it's got the dough foot. Literally just spread it everywhere and then blend it in, so I don't have to get it all over my hands, my fingers, and then everywhere else. So I'm going to start by using a brush to blend out. Just to save a little bit of time. Just spreading it everywhere. Now this is one of the extra shades that they released. It comes in 50 shades now, and I think they released with about 20 to 25 shades originally, and now, like I say, they did a new launch with nearly double the amount of shades. So a lot more undertones, a lot more, it includes a lot more people, and this, like I say, is one of the new shades. It's fair to light, or the description is fair to light skin tones with neutral undertones. And I've prepped my skin using my hyaluronic acid, serum, some eye cream, some SPF and some day cream, because the sun is back out again today, which I'm actually quite glad, because I'm supposed to be going to a barbecue. So yeah, we don't want to rain. Don't want it to rain. One thing I will say about this foundation, which they have listened, is it may not be suitable for dry skin because it is drying Oh, I've got some big pores today. I should have used a pore primer. Yeah, it's not the best for dry skin, but they are releasing a hydrating formula of this, so pretty much the same formula, same colours, it's just more of a hydrating. I think it may have a hyaluronic acid, but don't quote me on that. And it's more of a dewy finish than this, which is like fully matte finish. So that is the one good thing that I love about Revolution. They listen to what the people want and they release what they want. So as you can see, that shade is a lot better for me. Like blends really nicely. Can look a little bit pink in some lights, but when I've got my concealer, powders, everything like that on, bronzers, you really don't notice. And as I've said before, my skin tone can change a little bit. Sometimes I'm more yellow, sometimes I'm more neutral. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to use one of the first new products, which actually took me about 10 minutes to get into, and it is the Anti-Age Multi-Use Concealer by Maybelline. Looks a little like this. Now I don't know what the claims are. Let's have a little quick look. It says, tired eyes, what tired eyes, meet the next generation in concealing skin improving of concealing skin improving benefits. The benefits, Maybelline Eraser Eye does more than just cover. Its coloured pigments perfect the under eye by covering flawlessly. So let's see, it's also got goji berry, which apparently can hide the lack of sleep and a super busy lifestyle. So let's take the lid off. Like I say, Superdrug really okay, there we go. I didn't think it was going to come out. So I think what I'm going to do, yeah, it's quite a nice tone for me. I'm going to tap it out. I don't know how quick this sets down. It is one of the more expensive drugstore concealers. It's $8.99. But let's see if it is worth the money. So I know you can blend out using this, but I'm going to use my sponge because that is what I do, and I know like how other concealers lay when I've blended out with my sponge, so obviously that would be like a true test. So it's nice and bright, it's got some good coverage. Just bring some onto the eyelid. Now I will say, it doesn't say it's anti-crease or non-creasing, but even if the concealers claim to be crease proof, they always crease on me anyway, just because I've got a couple of little under eye creases anyway. Getting older, that's just what happens. So so it doesn't dry down too quick, that you can do on both sides. That could have been really bad actually, but it doesn't dry down too quick. I've been able to blend out both eyes there. Make sure it's all blended. Yeah, it's nice. That's brightened up my under eyes nicely actually. Giving me a nice wide awake look. Yeah, for a Sunday, we need that. I think I will be trying it. Saying that, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. If I come close, that's how much has been used already. Now whether there's a lot in the tube that obviously feeds the sponge, or if I've used that just doing my under eyes, this is not going to last that long. You get 6.8 mils in a bottle. Let's just have a look and compare it to some of my others. So my MUA one, you get 7.5. You get about the same as what's in a collection last infection, because that's 6.5. So £4, £9. We will have to see. This would literally have to blow me away, and hopefully not be gone in a week for me to repurchase that. That's the only thing that I'm saying. I like it. We're actually not creasing too badly. A couple of little creases there, but nothing too bad. But yeah, that's a lot of product used. So let's go on to the next one, so we don't keep waffling. I'm going to use my Revolution Matte Base Concealing Stick as a contour. I'm going to use it in C10. Now I've got this in C13, which is perfect for bronzing, but I tend to like to contour with my like liquid products, unless I'm doing like a no makeup day. But I just blend this out. Like I say, I've had this product before, and I just blend it out with my stippling brush. And the good thing is, I mean, this is a matte base foundation, obviously. I said that. I mean, you can see there's like no real dewiness, really. That's from the concealer under my eyes. And look how easy that is blending out. Got a nice shadow and pretty much blend it out. Takes like 2 seconds. There we go, done. So this was a no-brainer to pick up this in a paler shade for me. It's £3. It's a stick, so it's super quick and easy to apply. And like I say, it blends out over a matte base as well, which, you know me, I like a matte base. Because that's the one thing that I do find with some cream contour products on top of a matte base, especially like Maybelline Superstay and the Conceal and Define that I've used today, because they are super matte, products don't always like to blend out on top of them. Certain products, not all products, obviously concealers and that blend out fine, but yeah, I know what products I like on top of my matte bases. So I'm just gonna go with my sponge, make sure we're all blended in. And that was super quick. Like I say, it's not too dark, it just gives me that nice cheekbone. Super quick and super easy. Okay, so my under eyes have creased, but when would I not set my under eyes? So we're going to do that next. So I'm just going to tap out all creases, and then I'm going to go, which technically isn't in the drugstore in the minute, but it's still drugstore prices. It is, find it, that's a blush, Lottie London True Translucent Powder. And I take a sponge when I'm doing my under eye powder. I need powder because I keep getting cat hairs on my face. Not good. And I just take it, load it up on a sponge, and go right under my eyes. And like I say, I wouldn't not do this, so it really doesn't bother me if concealer creases before that, because I'm going to set it. I just bring it a little bit down onto my cheeks because that's where I tend to get oily, on the sides of my nose, and then just with a little bit, I'm just going to place a little bit and tap that out onto my eyelids because we are wearing shadow today. And then to set the rest of my face, I am going to use just my MUA pressed powder, translucent pressed powder. I either tend to use this or like my Revolution Pro Base, just to fix everything in place. And as you can see, I've not done a super long bake. I've just really set my eyes with translucent powder. I find, not translucent, loose powder. I find that that is the best way to make my under eye makeup stay in place. I can use a pressed powder, but it just doesn't seem to last as long. So now let's finish up the face. I'm going to take the Floma bronzing powder, which is available in Primark now. I'm going to take my big bronzing brush and just go over where we put that cream contour and just bringing it up a little bit higher. And then just to define the backs of my cheekbones ever so slightly, I'm going to take, oh no, I forgot to contour my nose. Can't forget to do that. Contour my nose, I'm just going to take Floma powder again. Just take a, this is technically an eyeshadow brush, but this is not an eyeshadow brush, look at the size of it. And I just take this down the sides of my nose and then focus around the tip, because if I get tanned, I tend to get it on my nose first and like these bits, so I like to make sure it all ties together. Right, I'm just gonna go change my battery because you are dying. Okay, so as I was saying that, my battery died. Doesn't give me much warning. So I'm going to take my Lotte London Tan Time in light medium and take a slightly smaller brush. I tend to use this for contouring and that, and I'm just going to take a little bit, and I mean a little bit, because as you can see, super pigmented. And I'm just going to focus this at the back of my cheekbones, my temples and my forehead. Just to deepen up my bronze a little bit, because we all want to look a little bit bronzed. And then just to make sure that is all blended and we've got now patches, I'm just going to take the bronzer brush that I used previously with no extra product or anything and just go around my skin. There we go. So my next one, when it comes to blushes, I tend to love a blusher and wear it all of the time. I mean, you will have seen last summer I loved my L'Oreal Life's a Peach. Absolutely loved it, and wore it practically every day. But I was a bit more tanned last year, and just like, it does suit me at the minute, but I can look a little bit tangoed if I go over the top. So I've been wearing more pink blushes, and the blusher I have been wearing is this one, which is a bit more shimmery, which is the Primark PS Blush in Desire, and you can see it's just got a lovely shimmer to that. But what I'm going to use today, and then maybe top with that, just because this one isn't shimmery, and it is a true drugstore one, and it's a throwback. It's a Natural Collections in Peach Melba, so it looks a little like this. I'm just going to load it up on my brush and warm up my cheekbones. Now, I do like my blush. I just feel like, especially with being pale, it's the thing that ties everything together, makes me look a bit more put together. Yeah, I'm going to top with a little bit of Desire. I'm sure that's what it's called. Yeah, Desire. And as well, £1.50. £1.50. And like I say, I've worn it practically every day since I've got it. And blush is one of those things that, because you don't wear a massive amount of it, it can last you for ages. And as you saw, I've used hardly anything out of it. Like, I've barely made an indent in it at all. But yeah, it just ties the whole face together. Makes me look a bit more awake. So, highlight. We'll do highlight. Favourite highlighting palette. Favourite palette. My favourite actually used to be the Ultra Pro Glow by Revolution. And then Soph released this with Revolution. And I just love it. These two shades together are my perfect highlight shade. Like, there's no cast, they just melt into my skin. Let me show you. As you can see, they're the ones that I've used the most of. There's the glow, nothing. So, really like my perfect shade. And then I'm just going to use the lighter of the two shades. So the more gold one, more like a white gold one, on my inner corners to wake me up a little bit. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go off camera, do my brows, and I'm going to use my Primark Cool Brown brow pencil, my Lottie London Arch Rival brow artist pencil. And the reason I use two, this one I use to sort of just get them a bit thicker, this one I use to add more definition, and then just going to use the Primark brow gel in Cool Brown again, just to stop them looking too powdery, because like you can see they're looking a bit beige at the minute. So I'll go off camera, do that. If you want to see how I do my brows, I'll try and remember to link in the cards, but I will be back in 2 seconds. Brows on, took me a couple of minutes as usual. So next for eyes, I'm going to use the Roxi with Revolution palette, and I'm doing pink. I'm doing pink. How gorgeous they are. So Not actually sure what I'm doing. I will be honest, this is actually the first time, even though I've got a big chunk missing out. If you saw my whole video, you will know that I gouged my nail into it. So, I think I'm going to take a... I'm going to take this one. I will get my stuff together in a minute. I'm going to take a Jessup 221 brush, which is a Luxe crease brush, and I'm going to take the colour Inspire, which is this. It's kind of like a movie pink colour. Pick it up on the brush. Now, there's not too much kickback, but I'm going to tap off. Obviously, we've already done our base. And I'm going to take this straight into the crease. That's a really pretty colour. I like that. Now, this year, towards the end of last year and the beginning of this year, I really was into cool tones. Like my blues, khakis, browns, but I've really gone towards warm tones again, like oranges and pinks. I just love them. Look how gorgeous that is. And the thing I think I like about pinks and peaches and oranges, you can like kind of like coordinate the rest of your makeup, like your pink blush. I put a battery in that wasn't actually fully charged. So I've finished this eye. That is what this looks like. I actually wasn't sure what I was going to do, so I just finished that eye off. I've got up to the same point where it cut out, so I've got the shade Inspire through the crease and blended up to where I put that brow bone highlight. Then I am going to take, which brush was it? It was this one. Was it? Oh my god. No, I've lost it, it's here. I'm going to take this one, which is a soft definer brush by Jessup 227. And I'm going to take the shade Aerial, which is this one, which is gorgeous. I'm going to take it, and I found the best way to do, I mean, look at that pigment. It looks quite orange actually on camera, but I'm going to stamp it onto my outer corner. Look at that pigment. And then I'm going to stamp it through the crease. And then just buff out slightly. Look at that colour, it is gorgeous. And then I'm going to go back to the brush that I used for the shade Inspire, pick up a tiny bit more and just go over the edge of Aerial and blend it out. And look how easy and simple that was to blend that. It looks gorgeous. Like I say, I'm loving pinks at the minute. And that is literally it for the matte shadows. Then I'm going to take a Jessup Smoky Shader, which I actually use for my shimmers. And I did swatch them, like the ones that have got like the pinks too. Obviously this one is more of like a coppery, burnt rose kind of colour. This shade is called Unicorn, which is a white with a pink and purple shift to it. And then this one is Sunset. The only thing I will say about Sunset, it's quite firmly pressed, and to get the most payoff, you are better off damping the brush down. So let's go with Unicorn. I'm going to use that from my inner corner. As you can see, I'm not doing a cut crease or anything. It's just an everyday look. I know for some people this is not every day, but for me it is. My friends expect nothing less. I'm either whole hog, full makeup, full eyeshadow, everything like that, or I'm just simple skin and mascara. There is no in between really with me. That is it. I'm either whole hog or stripped back completely, no eyeshadow. It's very rare that I do quite a natural eye look. Sometimes I do, if I want just like a little contour through my crease, just to define my eyes a little, if I feel that my eyes look a bit pale compared to the rest of my face. But I've just taken up Sunset on the brush, spritzed it down, and I'm going to apply that next to it, going into that Ariel shade. That is gorgeous. Like I say, I'm loving pink at the minute. And then to blend, obviously, because as you can see, there's a dark and then a light straight away. Like there's no blend or anything because they are two quite different colours. I'm going to pick up the shade Unicorn and just flick that over, because I would rather have my eyes brighter than bringing the darker into the inner corner. So I'm just going to flick that over that shade, and that blended that really quick and easy. I found shimmers are the easy. I think I said this before, shimmers are easier for me to blend because they are very similar formulas, whereas mattes formulas can differ so much when it comes to a matte eyeshadow. Whereas for shimmers, they're either shimmered or foiled, or satin, but satins are more, I class them more matte. I use them in like through my crease and things. So for my under eyes, I've gone really simple. I've used my Revolution fluffy flat brush. You know which one I mean, the one that I use for my under eyes most of the time. I'm just going to remove that black before I get it everywhere. And I'm going to take the shade Ariel to start off. Just tap off that excess because there is a little bit of fallout. I'm going to stamp that along my outer lower lash line to about halfway in, just like that. And then I'm going to take the shade Inspire and then run that along the inner part of my eye, and then blow out Ariel. And if I did sort of go a little bit too heavy on this eye, what I did with the shade Boo, which is this super creamy, my skin tone kind of colour, I just took that and blended it back again. And that is it for the eyeshadow, super quick and easy. And then I used, because I think I'm going to wear a lash today, and if I don't, it just defines the eye a little more. I used my Revolution Renaissance Flick Liner, and I just put a simple line. I didn't do a wing. I just did a line because, like I say, I think I'm going to go with a lash. I never do this eye as well as the other one when it comes to liner. I think because this one you're literally, no! Damn it. I got too close. Damn it. It's a lash day, we're going to hide that with a lash. I really need to get sorted and get out of this house. And I think the lashes that I'm going to use, which they are... Now do I go with my favourites? That's not my favourites, these ones are. They're not in the box, where are they? They're there. My Sosu Dubai lashes, which you know I love this lash. Or do I go with another favourite, which are super heavy, I don't think these are really like daytime lashes. I think I might go with Sosu Dubai. These are £5 from Primark. Get them while you see them because I think these are like the most popular shape, because every time I go in to stock up, they never have any. They have all of the other lashes but never have Dubai. So I'm just going to find my tweezers, or 8-point tweezers, any will do. Yep, there's a pair here. Because long nails don't go well near eyes. So these are the pointy ones. Yeah, they'll have to do. So I'm just gonna grab my lash in between my tweezer, put some lash glue on. Now, I don't know if you saw at the beginning of the year, I did a hits and misses of 2018. This was in my misses. I did not like it at all, but I've actually grown to like it. And once it's on, my lashes are not moving. I haven't put any mascara on. Yeah, I'll do it in a minute. As you can tell, Sunday mornings are great days for filming. So let's put this lash down. I like to put it down and then place it. I don't normally use pointy tweezers. I normally use the flat edge tweezers because then you can like get a hold of a bit more of the lash band to be able to stick down. Tweezers are good for like detail, individual lashes or cluster lashes, but like I say, Sunday mornings are great mornings for filming. There we go, that lash is on. I just need to put some mascara on to blend my lashes together, which always go on better than the other. For mascara, I was going to use my Revolution, the Mascara Revolution, but I find it's a bit too clumpy when I'm wearing actual lashes. So I'm going to go with my Primark Lash Contour because it's a bit more watery kind of thing, and the brush is a little easier to use when you've got lashes on. Doesn't pick up as much product but picks up enough to blend everything and darken up your natural lashes. As you can see, like, you can see the difference already. Like, it looks a lot darker compared to this one where you can still see my natural lashes. And as well, this mascara, £2. Primark makeup. Some of it, not all of it, but some of it is really underrated. And then for my lower lashes, I am going to use my Revolution mascara because I like a good clumpy lash. That is probably my sister texting me, wondering where I am. I think I said I'd be there half an hour ago. Normally, I'm really good at timekeeping. On a Sunday, not so much. There we go, as you can see it gives me a nice clumpy bottom lash, which I like. Look off. I'm going to go super simple, if I can find it. I'm going to go with the Primark lip liner, which as you can see I've well loved, in the buff, and just over pencil my top lip slightly. As you can see it's a nude, but it's like a pink nude to tie everything together. And then for lip actual colour, I'm going to go in with Revolution Chauffeur, which is a gorgeous pink nude. I tend to prefer a pink nude over a true nude anyway, just because it suits my skin tone a bit better. A true nude I have to be quite bronzed to get away with, and obviously naturally that's not me. So yeah, this is my finished look. Now concealer's looking good still. I did put this on a little while ago. We've had a couple of technical issues with obviously battery and everything, so I've probably had my under eye makeup on for a good half an hour now, and it looks good. These eyeshadows, super easy to blend, and the pigment on them is gorgeous. Not that I expect anything else from Revolution. I think I will definitely... Now the only reason I actually bought the Roxi palette, because it wasn't something that I was going to buy, was these eyeshadows, these four, and that blue turquoise on the end, not turquoise, like the denim blue on the end. That was the reason I bought these shades. So I'm happy. I am happy. I tend to have palettes that I go to for like certain eye looks, and I think this will be my pink eyeshadow palette. Yes, I buy a palette for just a couple of shadows, but most people do. But there are a couple of cooler shades in there as well, which I do like for a winter. It gives a nice smoky eye look. Let me know what other colours you want, like colour combinations you want to see from this palette. I'm actually thinking these three. So this denimy blue on the lower lash line, these two here, and this one, so this like little row and then this one here, will make a gorgeous smoky eye look with, like I said, that pop of blue on the lower lash line. So let me know if you want to see that. Head over to my Instagram to give this a little like on my grid. Hope you all have a good day. I'm going to go off and enjoy my Sunday, and I hope you all have a nice week whenever this is up.